I chose the name Ayla 3 years before my baby was even a thought. It was written on the last page of an old notebook I used during university. Coffee stains, bent corners. My handwriting slightly slanted because I used to study on my bed. I had written it after my grandmother told me what it meant. Moonlight. She said it softly, like you say a prayer, and told me how her mother used to sit near the window on full moon nights, believing moonlight protected children from harm. That night, I stood by my own window, streetlight flickering, listening to distant motorbikes, and whispered, Ayla. I promised myself then, if I ever have a daughter, this will be her name. Years later, pregnant and exhausted, I finally said it out loud to family. My cousin Sarah was there, stirring tea too loudly, spoon hitting the cup again and again. When I told her, she paused and smiled. Ayla, she repeated. Pretty. Something in her tone felt off, but I ignored it. 8 months later, I was folding baby clothes, tiny socks, one missing its pair, when my phone buzzed. Sarah had given birth early. I opened Instagram and there it was. Welcome to the world, Ayla Whiteheart. My stomach dropped. It felt like when an elevator stops too suddenly. I sat down on the floor without realizing it, tiles cold against my legs. That name wasn't trendy. It wasn't common. She knew. I cried that night, not loudly, just tears slipping into my pillow while my husband slept beside me, breathing evenly. People expected drama. They expected me to confront her, to demand explanations. I didn't. Because when my daughter was born 2 months later, after a long night of beeping machines, harsh hospital lights, and the smell of antiseptic, the nurse asked me her name, and I didn't hesitate. Ayla, I said. Holding her, warm and heavy against my chest, I realized something important. Sarah had taken the sound of the name. But I had the story. When Sarah messaged me, nervous and defensive, I replied honestly, I chose that name 3 years ago. It came from our grandmother. I'm not changing it. She didn't reply after that. Today, when I call my daughter Ayla, she turns her head toward me. The moonlight still falls through our window some nights, soft and silver, just like my grandmother said it would. And every time I say her name, I know some things can be copied, but meaning can't be stolen.